Welcome to the Psalms Compressed. Today we will look at Psalm 8, and that is a profound hymn that marvels at God's majesty and the special place of humanity in His creation. It opens and closes with the same line, framing the psalm with the praise. O Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And this repetition highlights the central theme, God's majestic name and His glory. David begins in verses 1 and 2 by acknowledging the greatness of God's name, which fills the entire earth and extends beyond to the heavens. And the psalmist here sees the vastness of creation as a testament to God's glory. And that is not very often we hear about that nowadays, for instance, in media. Now there, we hear and say everything exists because of pure luck. It seems like that anyway. But here, even the praises of children and infants are powerful enough to silence God's enemies. And this position of the vast heavens and the smallest human voices highlights God's ability to use the humble and the weak to display God's strength and His majesty. In verses 3 and 4, David reflects the night sky, the moon and the stars, which God has set in place. And he's awestruck by the Creator's handiwork and marvels that such a magnificent God would consider human beings. What is man that you are mindful of him, the Son of Man that you care for him? And this question underscores the psalmist's amazement that God, who created the vast universe, would take an interest in humanity. And here I need to tell you a small but personal story. My son, he likes to drive the car, especially in evening time, and he just takes the car for fun. And one evening I told him that I would like just to get along with him in the car, just drive around. And he says, okay. So we went out to the forest. This was in November. It was very, very dark. And there he parked the car, he pulled down all the windows, and he looked out and he said, look at the night sky and all the stars. You don't see them in the city. I was astonished to see them, but also I didn't see that in my son. But he saw the stars and the moon and the night sky as God's handiwork. Then we look at verses 5 to 8. Despite humanity's seemingly insignificant place in the cosmos, God has bestowed a remarkable honor upon us. You have made them a little lower than the angels and crowned them with glory and honor. Humans, they are entrusted with stewardship over creation. We are given dominion over the works of God's hands. That is, animals, birds, and sea creatures. And this responsibility is a reflection of the dignity and worth that God places on human life. And since we have this dominion over, for example, the animals, we can't just treat them the way we like. We are here to take care of them. Then we have verse 9. And here the psalm concludes as it began, with the call to worship. O Lord, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And this refrain serves as a reminder that our proper response to recognizing God's majesty and our honored place in creation is worship and praise. Psalm 8 calls us to a deeper appreciation of God's greatness and a renewed sense of our own value and our responsibility. We are reminded that while we are small in the grand scope of creation, we are deeply loved and valued by God. Let us therefore live in a way that honors our Creator, caring for the world. He has entrusted us and offering our lives as continuous act of praise.